All right, well, hello and good morning. Welcome back to the Referee Vinny Lax Twitch stream. It's Tuesday. It's Tecmo Bowl Tuesday. Are you ready for some football? If you've been following along, you'll remember last stream we got soft locked. I blocked a punt and the ball just kept flopping around. Actually, no, that's not even true. The ball wasn't flopping around. The punter somehow had the ball, but if he got tackled, the play wouldn't end. It was a whole mess. Go back and watch the last stream for that one. Why has my mic been so loud lately? I have no idea what happened to my microphone. I feel like its volume increased somehow. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, hope everyone had a great weekend. We're back. I had to take Monday off, obviously, from stream because we had to work. But let's get right into this. It's week 14. Let's get this game going. Darkfire Sky Thad is here. How was your weekend? Oh, it's raining now. And the Bills win the toss. They will receive. So now we got to play in the rain. So yeah, last time I believe it was tied 17-17 in the fourth quarter. When the game just soft locked on me. It was like, nope, we're done.
Ready, set.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Short as always, since I didn't get the 3-day weekend. I don't know if you had to work yesterday. You know, Saturday was pretty busy. Had to work in the morning, then we had a wrestling show in the afternoon. Or evening, I should say. The show went well. Incomplete pass. I only got to do one match because it was a pretty, number one, there were 5 referees on the show that day, and, not that many matches because we had a Rumble match, so that took up a lot of time. So I got to do the Rumble match, but that you just basically stand outside and tell people when they got eliminated. Make sure nothing bad happens. Alright, good coverage here. Good coverage. Good coverage. That's just how many refs are on the roster right now. Plus there was that early show that I couldn't make. So I guess all 4 referees were there for that. And then I got added to the later show. Wide open. Lots of room to run. That might be my best punt return of the year. That, how's it sound, by the way? Everything sound alright? All I got you here? Let's try to go deep first play.
Round 52. Round 52. What?
Oh, Jerry! Come on. Jerry Rice is missing passes. So what kind of chance do I have today? Supposed to be my best receiver.
Blue 48. What?
Oh no, I didn't want him to run. Okay, he caught it. Oh god, and he ran somebody over. Alright, sometimes it works out. Don't know how that worked out, but it did. And that is today's question of the day. What teams do you think will play in the conference championships games after next week? Sounded okay, maybe bump up the voice a little bit. When the game is going, it's hard to hear. Alright, I can do that. It sounded like my mic was really loud. That's why I didn't want to go too heavy on the volume there. Uh-oh. Got it through. So, of course, last night, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Buccaneers. So they'll be moving on to play the San Francisco 49ers next week. The Giants will be taking on the Eagles. Which is pretty impressive that all, like, 3 teams from one conference are still in it out of the 4 teams in the entire conference. That's... I don't know when that happened before. Someone's got to know that. I'm sure it's happened before, but...
Blue 48. Blue 48. Right.
All right, held him to 7.
Blue 48. What?
Drops back. I called the play. Couldn't get a sack though. I feel like I haven't sacked a quarterback in like a while in this game. All right, I'm gonna stick with the normal defense here. Ooh, a lot of tough calls. All right, I'm gonna call that shotgun curls play. He's in shotgun. Could be the direct snap. Oh, audibled out of it. Didn't like the call. What's he going with? Play action. He's got a man wide open. That's right. He had the guy up top wide open down the field, so kind of glad he went with that decision.
Blue 48. What?
Drops back to pass. Good coverage. Not good enough.
First down.
Who made that catch? They're not going to show me. I'm going to call a run play here.
Blue 48.
I called the run down. Let's see what they call. All right. I was on to him. Good job by me there. All right, I'm going dime defense here. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Ready. Set.
All the defensive backs are out there. Oh, it's the draw. I'll hold him to a 2-yard gain. Oh, no. Didn't want to hurt the guy. That's so weird how it says player name instead of the player's actual name. RB Bills. Who, of course, is Thurman Thomas.
Emotional, damn it.
Poor guy.
Ready. Set. What?
All right.
What?
Jim Kelly. Don't know what the hell happened there. I think I called the play, but Jim Kelly just started running around for some reason. Don't know what that was about. The punt is away. And I will down the hell out of that. All right, still the first quarter. See if I can hit this deep pass this time. Come on, Jerry. There it is, in stride. Misses, makes another guy miss. This guy can't catch me. Oh, touchdown, Jerry Rice.
Touchdown.
80 yards for the score. I'm going to take off. Second passing touchdown for Steve Young on the day. Man, they're all over my kicks, though. I'm going to have to go for 2 next time. Taken down behind the 20-yard line.
Blue 43. What?
Gardner able to pick up 11 on the carry, 10 yards on the carry. I said 11 because it was a first down. So close enough. Now with Thurman Thomas out, I don't have to worry about the run game as much. Triple covered. No chance there.
Pass incomplete.
Called the play action pass there.
Round 52. Round 52. Hut.
That didn't work out for you, did it? Back in the dime. Oh, the down pass play, the shotgun pass play down there.
Red 42.
There's one shotgun pass play. Oh, you audible out of it.
Blue.
There's the toss. What the? I really don't understand tackling this game sometimes.
First down.
42-yard carry, Kenneth Davis. I was robbed.
Blue 43. Blue
I don't know how I ran right by him like that.
Hut.
Ooh, the draw again. I got blocked. Held him to 8. Okay. This game's weird. As long as you don't give up the first down.
Round 52. Round 52. Hut.
I still feel pretty confident. I don't really... Like that. I stopped him, right? Yes. 3rd and 1. Let's go goal line. Play action, I'm calling.
Round 52. Round 52.
Dare you to run it. No, now they're just in the shotgun. They're going to go deep. Oh, it's the... That was stupid. That play has not worked for you all game, and now you're going to call it? Or are they going to fake it here? Or are you going to try to just get the points? Let's see. Kick is up. It is clanked in. Makes it 13-3. 49ers still have the lead. 3:31 remaining in the half. Derek LaVille takes it from the 26. Picks up a modest 13 yards.
Blue 48. Blue 48.
This is only like my 4th play that I've ran. Oh god, and they called it. Oh, why did I call it run? Alright.
Blue 48. Blue
Back to Old Faithful here. I thought I was going to get sacked, and then they stopped coming after me. This might be a quick one here. Oh. If I just would have waited for him to go off the ball a little bit longer. Yeah, I got a punt. If I was like 10, 15 more yards further up the field, I might go for it, but that's too long of a distance. Oh, shoot. I should have went for it. That was a shitty punt. Brought it right back to where I was anyway. Alright, yeah, I'm in the dime. What are you going to do about it? You going to try to run? You going to try and run? Nope. Dare you. Dare you to run the ball. Come on. I got this. Ran it again. Oh, I got blocked. It's over. Oh! Come on. Oh, the fumble! Who picked it up? Was it Ken Norton Jr. with the fumble recovery? I guess so. Alright. The one play that's worked for me today.
Round 52. Round 52.
And Moore just drops the ball. Come on, guys. We gotta be better than this.
Round 52.
If you get open, you can't be dropping it. See, Floyd doesn't drop the ball.
First down.
Alright. second time they called the run play. I called that play twice. They've called it both times. So is the computer just calling that one play and that's it?
Ready.
Maybe never call that play again. Oh, he's got Jerry open. Jerry, catch the ball.
Pass incomplete.
My team's just awful today. Am I in field goal position? Ooh, it's a long field goal. Can J.J. Stokes catch the ball? Yes!
Touchdown.
About time. Alright, how do I go for two? I actually haven't done this yet. Yes, 2-point conversion. Oh, I think we got to run the race reverse, right? I think that's a good play call here.
Blue 43. Hut.
Going for two. That did not work.
No good.
So now it's 19-3. What a very strange score for a football game. And that'll end the half. 49ers go up 19-3. There are your first half stats. 49ers with only negative 10 rushing yards. But despite that, they have the lead. And the football. Derek LaVille to return. That's a better return. Gets it across the 50, 30 yards on the return. We're just going to let the pass the ball deep again. There's William Floyd again. You can't bring him down in this game. He's a beast. 3 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown. I got positive yards. Hey. I got positive yards. That's one of the first times all game I've done that. Jerry Rice is open. I was going to try and bootleg it with Young, but they literally left everybody open, so they left me no option. I think I just go for the extra point here. The extra point is made. It is now 26-3. San Francisco with the lead. Doug Green with the kick. Smith takes it at the 4. Takes it all the way back up to the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. It's the draw again. Let's go back to our dime defense. I like the dime because Ken Norton Jr. is in the middle. He's my best linebacker. I can just kind of spy the field with him. It's fine. Just had to contain him there. It's 3rd and 4. Go right back to the dime. Call a pass plays. Hope for the best. He did pass it. Cover everybody. He's covered. Incomplete. Gets the punt off. Comes Hicks. Ooh, tried to break some tackles. Was able to advance at 7 yards. I have had no success running the ball, so I'm gonna just keep passing it. Oh, Jerry's open. Jerry's open again. They're coming for you, Jerry. Can you get in the end zone? No.
First down.
69 yards, though. Nice. 150 yards on the day. That's okay. Because we're going to give you the ball right back.
We're at 24.
Try this again. It's the race reverse. That time, no chance. No chance of stopping him that time. Since we're up by 29 points, I don't think we need to go for 2 here. Kick the extra point. This is a much different game than the first one we played. Probably has a lot to do with Thurman Thomas getting hurt. I think they got to pass the ball now, right?
48.
I think their run game's done. Throws it short. So you're probably asking yourself, then why did you pick the normal defense again? The answer to that is I don't know. Oh, there's the run. They just wanted to get the first down. That's fine.
First down.
I'll give up first downs all day right now. Still is only the third quarter. But Bills are going to have to put some work in to come back from this game. That one goes nowhere. Tries another run up the middle. I mean, you're playing to the defense's weakness here, but running at a time. And there's a sack.
Quarterback sack.
Williams with his first sack on the day. I'm gonna call a fake here. See what happens. I don't think they're gonna fake it, but ooh, took a little while to get that ball off, but he does. Oh jeez, my dude was slow on that one.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Going reliable, and it's working. Cherry Rice is open again. Make time to get the diving catch. Can't jump over the tackle, though. But that was 300 yards passing for Steve Young, which is a good thing because I think we're still in the negative for rushing yards.
Round 52. Round 52.
They don't call the running play that I called. And I get 6 yards out of it. Just trying to get back into the positive here. Alright. We're going to do this sweep with Floyd. See if this works.
Round 52. Round 52.
Uh-oh. They moved into their goal line defense. There's the sweep. Or the toss, I should say. Got the first down. Alright, I'm going to try the short pass again.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
See what happens. Steve Young. Oh, can't get in the end zone. So close. A little bit worried that he might have got hurt there. But this has been our goal line play all year. Rice reverse. Got around the edge. Too bad the jet sweep didn't exist yet. That would have been fun to run with Jerry Rice. A 0-yard touchdown run. Kick is up. Kick is good. All right, dime defense. Let's call that shotgun. Using the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. It's a fumble. Ooh, pick it up. The 49ers pick it up. Dedrick Dodge. I'm going to call the short pass again. Maybe Jerry Rice will be open. Oh, jeez, they're on to me. Oh, no, I fumbled the ball now. They pick it up. All right. One good fumble deserves another, I guess. Makes the jumping catch, dives over one guy. Andre Reed, showing why he's one of the best wide receivers in the history of the NFL.
Set. Ready.
Kelly in shotgun, audibles to under center, hands the ball off. I got blocked twice, but luckily my defense able to make some kind of a stop there.
Blue 43.
Kelly under center,
What?
drops back to pass. Andre Reed spinning all over the place.
First down.
That's 4 catches for 101 yards for him today. As we hit the 2-minute warning mark.
Red 32.
Oh, this time Kelly audibles into shotgun. He drops back. Makes the jumping catch. Tight end Lonnie Johnson. I'm sure that means Johnson, but this game really didn't think ahead too much. We gotta go goal line. Let's go with that run up. Well, it's a run down, but the play was up.
Ready. Set.
So that makes sense.
What?
Oh. Oh, it's a play action. He's got him.
It's good.
Here comes the onside kick from Christie. It's picked up by Young. It was really fast, but not fast
Blue
enough.
43. What?
And yeah, I'm throwing the ball deep. Because it's Tecmo Bowl. We run up the score because it's fun. There's another touchdown. Especially if you can run it up on the Bills. 49-yard touchdown pass for Steve Young to J.J. Stokes. Is the computer going to try to get revenge on me? .102 left in the game.
Red, 42, red, 42. What?
Kelly drops back to pass. Falls down. Gets back up. Goes deep. What the? This game is so glitchy.
First down.
I should be writing all these down so I can make a compilation video of all the glitches in this game.
Round 52. What?
What would happen at the front of the line there? Everyone just kind of fell apart.
Ready, set.
I hit the button too many times, so I wasn't looking. I was looking at the guy that I was controlling.
What?
But, like, the entire line, just everyone looks like they just fell down. And Gardner can't hang on to that one. That'll bring up third and very long.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Kelly in the shotgun.
What?
That's a fumble. 49ers recovered, but that will end the game. At least we didn't soft lock again. And it's a blowout, 47-11. 49ers with only 8 rushing yards on the day, but they had 358 through the air, so we got out of the negative. That's what we wanted. Time of possession was owned by the Bills, but our 5 sacks and 3 fumble recoveries carry us to a blowout win. And there's one more game left. John Magnum is back for the Bears. And they're able to beat Detroit 24-20. Barry Sanders with 31 carries for 174 yards. That's a day. All right, and that brings us to Week 15. Let's check out the standings real quick, because we didn't do that when we started the stream. In the NFC Central, the 49ers have clinched with a 13-0 record. Carolina, 7-6, the only other team with a winning record in the division. Tampa Bay with a 1-game lead over the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions after that last game. Washington with a 1-game lead over the Giants. Not a lot of good records here in the NFC, other than my 13-0. It's an 8-5, but everybody else around 500. Moving to the AFC, in the East, the Dolphins have a 3-game lead over the Patriots right now. After that Buffalo loss, they fall to 5-8. I think they might be out of the playoffs. Wild card still could be in their future, but it's not looking likely. Pittsburgh with a 1-game lead over Cleveland. And in the West, we have a 3-way tie between Denver, Oakland, or maybe LA. I'm not sure where they are in this game. I'm gonna guess they're in Oakland. I'm not sure. And of course the Seattle Seahawks. And the Chiefs are only 1 game behind them, so it's anyone's game in the AFC West. Nope, we don't want to do that. What week are we in? 15? 16? 15. Alright, so we got the Carolina Panthers. We're just trying to keep our undefeated streak alive here. Minnesota blows out Cleveland. San Diego blanks Arizona. Buffalo blows out the Rams. New England beats the Jets by 1. Indies over Jacksonville. It's a tie game between New Orleans and Atlanta. Both, of course, NFC West teams. New Orleans and Atlanta. Known to be on the west coast of the United States. Not the southeast, where they actually are. Why would they put 1990 X season instead of just putting the season it's based on? I don't know. I don't know. It might be because they randomly generate the schedules for... Because you can play almost like a franchise mode in this one. So that might be why. I should check my starters. Maybe I'll do that in the playoffs. Do a better job of, like, running my roster. Alright. At least it's not raining anymore. In North Carolina. As the 49ers take on the expansion Carolina Panthers. Frank Reich, of course, the quarterback for the Panthers. First pass of the game is incomplete. Yeah, because even the Tecmo Super Bowl, the first one for the Super Nintendo, where you can play 3 seasons, does have the years. But it goes backwards. It goes 91, 92, 93. It came out in 93. This one, I think, is based on the 95 season. The rosters, anyway. But they might randomize the schedule, too. I haven't really looked to see if it's the same schedule. Oh, no. Intercepted! I thought he was going to catch that. Breaks the tackle, too. Oh, hurdles out of bounds. Okay. Eric Davis with the pick. And my first play of the game, you know where I'm going. I'm going deep. Despite being in the dime. Couldn't get the ball there quick enough. Audible into the dime defense. Gets the ball off to Jones, who makes the catch. A lot of space in front of him. It's about a 20-yard pickup. Exactly 20-yard pickup. Brett Jones with your catch of the day. At least the first catch of the day. Or was the interception the first catch of the day? Does that count? Here comes Floyd. Running people over. Did he get the first down? He did. I already have more rushing yards in this game than I did all of last game. That's positive. Oh no, where'd you go? Why'd you do that? You were open. Ah, my dude. That was my fault. I should have thrown it to Rice earlier. I was trying to be fancy. Cost me a touchdown. Uh-oh. – 19 yards in the pickup by Barry Foster. Uh-oh. Motions in the shotgun. Has a man deep. Throws it to this guy. Couldn't even read that name. Metzelar? Do not remember him.
Round 52. Hut.
Ooh. How did he catch that? I was all over him. Oh no, and I got a guy hurt. My best linebacker is down. Never want to see that. Let's see, 44, 55 hitting power, 44 quickness, 50, 44. Oh, it's the same guy. Quickness 51. There, he's a little bit better because he's in good condition. Average condition. Bad condition. 38, 38, 31, 44, 13, 31, 19, 56. He's still quicker. All right. Hanks is still hurt, too. All right. So that puts a big dent in the defense. My best linebacker goes down.
Blue 43. Blue 43. Hut.
Mark Carrier with the catch. I think that was his name.
Blue 43.
Wide open.
First down.
I'm going to stick with the normal defense here.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Did call a run play. Let's see what happens. They're going to audible. Frank drops back to pass. He's got everybody open. But he throws it out of bounds.
Round 52.
Should have called a fake up the middle sweep down. Nope. Passes the ball again. And again throws it out of bounds. If you just did that one more time, I'd be pretty happy.
Blue 43.
In the I formation. Got him. Called the play. Now if I can just block this kick, that'd be even better. Come on, Stubblefield. Where are you? There he is. Nope. Bounced right off him. Still, well, right through the uprights. Ah, it's too close. All right, Carolina puts points on the board first. They are up 3-0 in the first quarter. John Casey. John Casey kicked a long time in the NFL. Didn't he just recently retire?
Ready. Set.
Oh yeah, I'm going deep. Here we go. Nope, nobody's open. Oh, Brent Jones is open. Taken down immediately though.
First down.
But I'll take the 20-yard pass. Steve Young with two 20-yard passes and an interception.
Red 42.
Uh-oh. I just threw it. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, he was wide open too. Come on, Jerry. I think that was Jerry Rice. All right, that brings up 2nd and 10. What are we going to call it here? Called this weird pass play on the right there.
Round 52.
I don't run often. Oh, but Jerry Rice is open. Come on, Jerry. You got to do it this time for me. There it is. Into the end zone. That guy tried to come on quick, but he's not quick enough. Touchdown 49ers. .47 yards on the catch. End score. So, already in double-digit fantasy points. In a PPR league, that'll score you like 11 points that play. Actually, close to 12. Brought him down at the 15-yard line. Let's go. Let's go nickel.
Round 52.
I must have called it. I don't remember what I called, but I must have called it. Alright, let's go with a dime now. I called the shotgun play to the left there. Nope, they're not in shotgun. Will they hand the ball off, try to get some yards here? They do. Oh, and I got caught up. Oh, and he spun around my guy. Somebody stop him. Thank you. 32 yards on the carry. We do have the worst rush defense in the league. It's only because I'm very bad at stopping the run in this game. Might have something to do with me always calling pass plays. But that's how I did it in the other Tecmo Bowls, so I'm going to keep that strategy until it proves me wrong. How did my guy not tackle him there? Alright, back to the dime defense.
Set. Ready.
Play action. Oh, swings it out. Okay, we got to stop. He got the first down, didn't he? No! He dove for it. Did not get it. I should have called the fake run here. This is on me if they get me, because I didn't call the fake. Hit as he gets the ball off. I think that's how we kind of soft locked the game last time, isn't it? Like sacked the punter just as he kicked it. Or was it before he kicked it? And that's why the computer didn't know what to do. Alright, let's go deep. Oh, they're in the dime. They're on to my run and shoot offense. They're not on to more being wide open. Just short of the first down. That's okay. So that means we get to run the Rice reverse.
Ready. Set.
Can I get the 1 yard off the Rice reverse? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of room in front of him. Jerry. 18 yards on the carry, which means he would probably be the leading rusher on the day.
Red 42.
And they're on to me. They like to run that dime offense. I'm just going to take it with Young and see what happens. That was a bad idea, but he got the first down. Young is not as fast as I thought he would be.
Blue 43.
Panthers in the nickel move to the dime. Everyone's covered again. Got me. That got me that time. That's fair. That was a bad play call. Now I gotta throw the ball deep. Oh, but you left Rice open. Let the defense clear out a little bit. Oh, I thought I could get to the first down marker. He does not. Let's call that pass play down here. Let's see what we can do. How many yards do we need? I should have ran the ball. 3rd and 1. Should have ran right first. What I can do is this. Get out of bounds. Make sure I get the first down.
First down.
It's just smart football. Alright, now we can try to throw the ball deep.
Blue 43.
Nope. Jerry's not open. I didn't want to throw the ball deep, because in this game it can be a little bit dangerous if you don't know where the defenders are. I don't want to wind up throwing another interception in the end zone.
Round 52. Round 52.
There is only 31 seconds left. Jerry's just doing it himself. I mean, Jerry. Steve Young. Ooh, 13 seconds. This is dangerous. So I don't have enough time. I can end up screwing myself here. Oh my god. Oh, he did it. He just got in the end zone. He just got in the end zone. Oh my god. So close. So close. Clipping it. At the half, if the 49ers can convert the score, the point after is good. 21-3. 14-3. Why did I think it was 21? Oh, because I threw that one ball in the end zone, and the other guy caught it. The other team. Okay. There's your first half stats. Actually, lead game, time of possession this game. Something that is not normal. And we get the ball back. Oh, couldn't get around him that time. Brought down before the 20-yard line. First play of the second half. We're going deep. Moore was open.
First down.
So I like about that play. If the deep pass isn't open, that short pass to the running back usually is.
Blue 48.
We forgot to cover this guy. 3 guys covered the short route. J.J. Stokes wide open.
First down.
44 yards on the pass. 170 something on the day. Yeah, I'm going deep again.
Round 52.
Oh no! Oh shoot! Just run! Run it! Running it!
First down.
Worked for us before. Why not again?
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Rice reverse. Got it.
Touchdown.
That was close. That was a close one, but he got it. Second rushing touchdown of the day for Jerry Rice. Now, if I convert this point, we have the lead. (21-3) 49ers. Doug Green with the kick. Tried to make some move. He was quick. My defense was quicker. All right, let's go into the nickel. See what happens. I didn't want to. I meant to call the right play. I called the left play. But that might work out. This might be the play. Oh, the wreck snap. Didn't even know they had that play. I gotta probably look at their playbook more.
Blue 48. Blue 48.
Ooh. Alright. Oh, I thought he was going to get at least stop. 12 yards. That's fine.
Set. Ready.
Definitely didn't call this play.
What?
It's a play action. First down. That's fine.
First down.
Let's go. Let's go back to the dime. That's been working for us.
Red 42. Red 42. What?
Oh, play action.
Pass incomplete.
For some reason, I thought he handed the ball off. I should probably pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Let's call that play action.
Blue 43. Blue 43. What?
Drop straight back to pass. He's got a man. Jumps over my tackle. That's Green with the catch and run
First down.
for 34 yards.
Set. Ready. What?
Quick snap. Nope. Passes out.
Pass
I didn't even
incomplete.
see the receiver. I think it was camouflaged by the end zone there. 49ers in their dime defense here.
What?
Another run. That time only picks up 4. I'm gonna call the play action up the middle.
Blue
That way, if he
43.
does go up the middle, I can try and take him out.
What?
Doesn't. 4 yards. Did he get the first down? He did not. They're going to get a field goal. I'm going to say they're going to fake it. I called the fake here. I called the fake run. Gets the kick off. Banks it in. Off the goalpost. 49ers still lead 21-6. Derek Lavelle to return from the 17-yard line. He's got a lot of room to run. A couple guys to beat. He beats them. He's off to the races. Can he go all the way? He does. Kick return for a touchdown. Derek Lavelle from the 17-yard line takes it 83 yards. The only disappointing thing about that is now my offense doesn't get to play. I can't run it. I can't run up the stats. The 49ers increased their lead 28-6. Baldwin from the 5. Takes it out to the 22. I guess we're playing dime defense now from now on. From here on out, we're playing dime defense.
Ready. Set. What?
Oh, spun right through me. I hate how the computer does that.
First down.
Like, it's neat that they made, like, slipping tackles easier in this game, but... And that time goes right down, so... Sometimes I'm not sure what actually decides when you make a tackle or not.
Red 24. What?
Play action that time.
Quarterback sack.
Must have called it. 2 sacks in the day for Bryant Young. Gonna bring up a 3rd and 9. Call play action up the middle. See what happens.
Round 52. Round 52.
They're gonna audible. Right, changing plays in the... Oh, it's the stupid fake toss. Only gets 6, though. But that puts him over 100 rushing yards for the day. So there's a personal positive note for Barry Foster. Brings up 3rd and 3. A lot of options here. They probably just want the first down, but... It's the computer, so I don't know what their AI is thinking right now. Their AI is thinking play action. Carrier makes the jumping catch for the first down. To the 31-yard line. Is what it is.
Ready, set, put.
Right, drops straight back to pass. Everyone's covered except for the running back. Checks down to Foster. Breaks a tackle. Tackled for a 7-yard gain. I'm just gonna stick with it. I mean, the game's basically over. I don't know what I'm thinking too much.
Blue 48, blue 48.
Another run. Can't break through my block. That can be dangerous. Barry Foster against the worst rush defense in the league. I think technically we were second last. I think we were the second worst defense in the league last time I checked. Offense, or rushing wise anyway.
Red 24, red 24. Quarterback sack.
Called another sack. Kevin Mitchell. That time.
Blue 43, blue 43. What?
Drops straight back to pass. Checks down to Foster again. I missed the tackle again. They gotta go for 2 here, right? Wow, they're only going for 1? I would have thought they went for 2. Trying to make it a 14-point game. I guess to save it. Got it blocked anyway. Derek Deese, the lineman. Make him a running back. He was faster than most of the guys on my offense.
Blue 43, blue 43.
Or at least my skill guys. Steps up, finds Jerry. Diving touchdown in the end zone. 27-yard touchdown catch. Stop trying to come back on me. You're not going to do it. Kick is up. It is good. 35-12. San Francisco up. Good kick by Breen there. Should at least be in the end zone. Yep. Stopped at the 16-yard line. All right, I called the play action, the dive play action.
Blue 43, blue 43. What?
They were actually run the... Oh, no, it was a fake. They can't possibly be running the ball right now, could they? Should have called the shotgun. I called pass play up.
Round 52.
It's probably the same play, to be honest. No! Able to catch him from behind. Gary Plummer with the tackle. Very bold of them to be running the ball down this much in the fourth quarter. Give him credit for that. I knew it was a toss, but I went for it anyway. Because why would they run the ball up the middle when they have Barry Foster? Another 15-yard gain. 133 yards in the day. 10 yards per carry. Maybe if they just ran the ball a little bit more, they would have had a chance. Drop straight back, Frank Reich. Okay. Deep in the air to Carrier. Makes the jumping catch again.
First down.
So hard to play defense in this game.
Blue 43. Blue
All right, I call the shotgun pass, so this definitely isn't it. Drops back to pass. I think it was the same play as last time. Double covered. 8 seconds left.
Round 52. Round 52.
Did I call it? No, they run the ball. Interesting choice. Maybe they just wanted to pad Barry Foster's stats a little bit more. 49ers win. 35-12. Wasn't much of a game. 14 first downs for the Panthers. That's one thing they can say for themselves. And they own time of possession in the second half. 144 yards rushing. We had 90 yards rushing. That's much better than the 8 we had last game. But we only had 92 yards passing this game. Steve Young led the team in rushing with 51 yards. Jerry Rice, 3 carries for 29 yards. And a failed 2-point conversion. Did have 82 yards through the air with 3 catches. Well, there you go. Sim out the rest of the week. While we do that, I will open today's energy drink of the day. We have Sour Heads by Bang Energy. It is my favorite flavor of Bang Energy, the Sour Heads. If you have a favorite flavor, let me know. A favorite flavor? If you have a favorite flavor. That's a hard phrase to say. Favorite flavor. Favorite flavor. The Dolphins clinched the AFC East. And we have 2 weeks left in the regular season. We'll probably play this last game here, and then it'll be time to go. Then we'll save the season finale and the playoffs for next stream. We have the Minnesota Vikings here in Week 16. Just don't think I'll have enough time before 10:30 to get through 2 games. These games take so much longer than the other Tecmo Bowls. I don't know why. I guess that's why there's the option to play 3-minute quarters in this version. Does the clock stop a lot more? I really haven't figured out why it takes so much longer. But we used to get like what in a 2-hour stream in the other Tecmo Bowls. I think we used to get through like at least 5 games. This one we seem to get through like 3. Doesn't help that we had to play the Bills game. Yeah, for the NES version, the clock runs on the kickoffs, but not the Super Nintendo version. So even the Super Nintendo version, we got through more games than we did the NES version. All right, we got the same amount in the first SNES version of Tecmo Super Bowl and the NES version of Tecmo Super Bowl. I feel like we played around the same amount of time that it would take to play a game. This one takes longer. But it doesn't seem to be the clock in this one. Because like I said, the clock runs the same as it did in the Tecmo Super Bowl for the Super Nintendo. The naming conventions for these games is not very good. They didn't really think this thing through a lot. Alright. I'm tempted here. Start with that. I'm sorry. I'm going to start with that. Jerry Rice is an excellent addition. That's all I need to know. Defensive starters. Pope. Davis is back. Drake. Alright, Tim McDonald, of course. Should I start Hips? know what? Hicks is getting the start over Drake Rod. Drake Rod? That's a strange name, isn't it? Of course, we got Merton Hanks, too. We are just... Our defense is just good. Can I put one of these... I can't put one of the defensive backs in the linebacker. That would help. Especially with those dime packages. Alright, who do I start in the middle here? You know what? Mitchell is good. You're average. Put Mitchell in the middle. How's that work for everybody? Look good? Alright. Oh, it's raining again. I don't like playing in the rain. It's not good for us. Minnesota wins the toss. Ooh, I thought they were going to kick it off. I thought they were going to defer. But no, they want the ball first. So it's pretty cool how they have baseball stadiums. Have the baseball infield. You know, because back then there were multi-use fields. I don't think there are any anymore. All right, you're hurt already. Who was it? Eric Davis. Well, all that decision making, that's gone. Yeah, they were. That's why they got rid of him. Even at the high school level, when I first started with the high schools, we used to have to play on this field called Stitzel Field, which was it was like a softball field, so it was an all dirt infield. They used to play baseball there too. I don't know if they still do, but it was an all dirt infield, and they would play football on that. So that side of the field was just awful. Oh, play action. I forgot. The Vikings have Warren Moon, who throws into double coverage. Yeah, and sometimes, like, the surface isn't even there. I'm sure it was much better than the NFL. I'm sure they did the best job they could. But it's just not ideal going from grass to dirt like that. Playing football.
Blue 48, blue 48.
Oh, Warren Moon play action again. He's got a man wide open. Can't make the pass, though. Bailed me out there.
Ready, set.
But like I was saying, it'd be even cooler if, like, after October, when baseball season was over, that the field went to, like, a full football field. Ah, just got the first down. That thought has popped in my head every time you play on this field. Yeah, luckily this game doesn't seem to, like, that would be interesting if it changed the players' like performance on different surfaces. So like if once they hit the dirt infield, like they slowed down a little bit, that'd be pretty interesting. I'm gonna call a run play here.
Blue 48, blue 48.
Delayed pitch there. Whatever you want to call it. What's it called?
Blue 43, blue 43.
I think I called it. Got him.
Quarterback sack.
Alright, dime defense, third and very, very long. Calling that shotgun pass.
Ready, set,
Play action. Does go deep. Oh, caught the ball. What the hell?
first down.
Don't know how I'm supposed to stop that. Oh, it falls down. Catches it again. Who is that guy?
Blue 43.
Or Moon pitches to Smith. I just got bodied.
First down.
I ran into someone's back and they just bodied me. Robert Smith. I don't remember him. All right, goal line defense. Let's see what we can do.
Ready, set, put.
Makes the stop. This is going to be tough, though.
Ready, set,
Single back.
put.
Stuffed up the middle. Brings up 3rd and 2. What do they call here? I'm going to call the sweep down.
Set, ready,
Single back.
put.
Tries to go up the middle. Can't do it. 3-yard loss. Goal line stop for the 49ers. I'm going to call a fake run here just in case. Vikings have nothing to lose here. Does get the kick. That is right down the middle. Derek Lavelle. Oh, God. I didn't think I thought I would run right through those guys. I thought they were on the ground. All right, first play. You know where I'm going.
Blue 48.
We're going deep. Not open. Derek Lavelle with the catch. Much better than Moore. Steve Young, 1 pass, 23 yards.
Blue 43. Blue 43. Put.
A run. Okay, that's why we don't run the ball, kids.
Red 24.
I don't know what the hell is going on there. They called the play, but Steve Young has like super speed for some reason this game.
Round 52. Round 52.
3rd and 1.
Put.
Oh no, they called it. They called the race reverse. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Come on. It's in the rain.
Ready.
4th and 5.
Put.
Didn't want to kick the long field goal. Everyone's covered. Steve Young. He's feeling good today. He's going to run out of bounds for the first down. Super Steve.
First down.
He looks a lot faster than he usually does, doesn't he?
Round 52.
I'm sure it's hard to tell. But look at him. Let him go. He's just going to run. Super Steve. Gets the first down. Just does it himself.
Round
In the
52.
shotgun.
Round 52.
Interesting play call. Super Steve. Super Steve. Oh, I had run out of bounds. I thought he was going to get tackled. For some reason, I thought somebody was on me, and they weren't. I could have ran right into the end zone there. That's okay. Just means we get to pad some stats.
Set.
Oh, no, they're on to me. They're on to my race reverse play now. They keep calling it.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Curl. Nope, everyone's covered. Come on, Super Steve. Super Steve! Super Steve gets 2 yards. Oh, what do I call? They can't possibly call it again, can they?
Round 52. Round 52.
Rice reverse. The Rice reverse gets in the end zone. Whew. That's a 4-yard touchdown run for Jerry Rice. Don't know how many he has on the year. Got him. All right. Let's see. 3:53 left in the half. Plenty of time left to go.
Ready, set, what?
Oh, called it. Got him. 8-yard loss.
Quarterback sack.
Bryant Young with the sack. Backing him up against the goal line here. I'm going to call that sweep down. I'm calling a pass play.
Ready,
I'm in dime defense, but I called the a run play. Oh, drops back to pass, gets the ball off. No shot. Okay. 3rd and 18 now. Calling a pass play. Can I get a safety? There's the toss. That's the play I called last time. Oh, and I missed him. Anybody fumbles in the rain. Ball's slippery. The ball's out. Who picks it up? The 49ers. Don't know who on the 49ers picked it up. But we got the ball back. On the 10. It's 1st and goal. Jerry Rice wide open. Foot may have been on the back of the end zone, but that doesn't count in this game. I'm sorry, that was William Floyd. That wasn't Jerry Rice. That's right. Jerry Rice ran the short route in that one. You'd think I would remember that. That kick is up, and it's good. 49ers up, 14-3. Halfway through the second quarter. .244 left on the clock. Still plenty of time for the Carolina Panthers. That was the last game. The Minnesota Vikings to go down the field. And that's a good start for them. Ball out of the hands of Warren Moon. Complete to the wide receiver. I don't know who that was, but... Play action pass. Incomplete. I really wish there was no such thing as exclusivity deals. Cause I would love a world where we got more than one NFL game a year. Because I did buy Madden 23 for the PlayStation 5 when I got it. Oh, with the delayed handoff. And I swear, that game has not changed at all in a decade or so. It really still feels like the same game. Not in a good way.
Blue 48.
I swear it feels like my guy slows down after the ball's caught. Like my defense just slows down. It's weird. It's hard to explain.
Ready, set, what?
Okay, let's see. How much time's left?
Blue 48.
131. Tries to run the ball up the middle for some reason.
Ready.
Maybe they thought I wouldn't expect it.
What?
Drop straight back. We got a rush coming. Incomplete pass. More Moon. Not a lot of time to make a decision there. This is a good spot to fake it in, so we'll see. Oh, get in the end zone. That's a good kick. That's a great kick. How much time do I have left? 1 minute? Had to get rid of the ball.
Round 52. Round 52.
Will they call it again? No. Run, Super Steve. Run. Tackled. Okay. I'm being bold here. I'm going to run the ball.
Set. Ready. What?
See if this pays off. I ran out of bounds because it would have took him 3 days to get. He was not very fast. Apparently, he's much faster when he runs kick returns for some reason. So now there's only 21 seconds left. That play would have took way too long. Oh, falls down. He's got JJ. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, too far. Too far. That's fine. I tried to get greedy. If I would have just thrown it maybe a little bit sooner and got out of bounds, maybe kick a field goal. But it's all right. We get the ball back. We're up 11 points. Really doesn't mean much to us. I'm pretty sure we've clinched home field advantage. If not, at least the bye. Oh, Jesus. Had no... Felt like I was just stuck there. Everywhere I went, I just ran into somebody.
Ready. Set.
There's Derek Lavelle.
First down.
Really, maybe I should put Floyd as my tailback.
Set. Ready. What?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, nowhere to go. 4-yard loss.
Quarterback sack.
Jack Del Rio with the sack.
Round 52. What?
Come on, Jones. Got it. Oh, tackled right before the sticks. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. What do you think, guys? Rice reverse?
Red 42. Red 42.
Rice reverse. First down. A lot of field in front of him. Just don't get hurt.
Set. Ready.
Dragging people. 6-yard gain. See, it's weird because I feel like he was a lot faster on the run there. So I don't know if it has to do with...
48.
Could they be slower if they receive the ball rather than catch the ball? I don't know. There's Floyd. He should have been open.
Pass incomplete.
Should have made that catch. That brings up 3rd and 3. Okay. I'm going to be bold here.
Blue 48.
I might just end up running the ball with Steve Young anyway. No. There he is. Floyd's open that time. Can't break a tackle, though.
First down.
9-yard gain. All right, here's our deep pass.
Round 52. Round 52.
See, he's definitely slower there than he was when he ran the ball.
First down.
Oh, it's the third quarter. That's right. See, I forget when it's not halftime because this game doesn't have a halftime show.
Round 52. Round 52. Hut.
Everyone covered except for Rice. Easy catch in the end zone. How can you not cover the best receiver in the league? 20-yard touchdown catch for Jerry Rice. Gotta check how many touchdowns he has on the season. Kick is up. Oh, onside kick by accident. He slipped. He slipped in the rain. That's what I'm going to say. He slipped in the rain.
Red 24. Hut.
Uh-oh. Of course he caught it. That's what's weird about the coverage. He can be waiting for the guy, but if it's earlier, if he's ahead of him, he can still make that catch pretty easily. Which was not the case in the other games. Just another example of how this game plays a little bit differently. Makes defense a little bit harder. Uh-oh.
Touchdown.
That was just bad coverage. Jake Reed with the 30-yard touchdown catch. Brings Minnesota a little bit closer. They're going to go for 2. Let's see here. What do I call? Call that sweep down. That's the most dangerous play, I think, for me.
Red 24.
I think I called it. I did call it. Can I just stop them? Or, I was going to say, can I stop them? That wasn't even close. Still too early for the onside kick because it's only the third quarter. Here comes Derek Lavelle. See how much faster he is? 30 yards on the return.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Going to go deep to Rice. Doesn't have him, so he has Stokes. Wide open. Into the end zone.
Touchdown.
1 play, 1 catch, 1 touchdown. Should say 1 play, 1 pass, 1 catch, 1 touchdown. That's 58 yards for Steve Young to J.J. Stokes. Kick is up. That time, make sure it's not to slip. Gets the kick off. Gets the kickoff off. Taken down hard at the 14-yard line. 49ers lead 28-9 going into the 4th quarter of play.
Round 52. Hut.
Moon drops back. Incomplete pass. I called the trips play here.
Blue 48.
Ooh, they're in trips.
48.
Oh, they must have heard me. They audibled out of it into the shotgun. It's the delayed pitch. I got blocked, so I'm down. He's just spinning through my guys. All right, got him.
First down.
All right, stay in this nickel.
Blue 48.
Empty back. Gets hit as he throws. Incomplete. I tried actually rushing the quarterback that time. Did not work. Rushing the quarterback in this game is actually
Red
difficult.
42. Red 42.
Gets the ball off, even though he was rushed. Alright, back to the dime. Let's go shotgun.
Blue 48.
Nope.
Hut.
Trips bottom. Shot straight back to pass again. Just gets the first down. 12 yards on the play. Back to the nickel defense.
Blue 48. Blue 48. Hut.
Pitches up. Should say pitches to the right, but pitches up makes way more sense when I'm looking at it like this. All right, I call that shotgun pass. Let's see what they're in.
Blue 43.
Nope, moves under center. Oh, out of the outstretched arms. All right. Okay, let's go dime. Call the shotgun pass again. They gotta call it eventually, right? Nope, it's the trips play. Intercepted. And that's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. I had no choice. I tried to run it out for a second, but 3 minutes left in the game. Another commanding lead for the 49ers. Because they're massive assholes. Oh! That's what I get. That's fine. Let's say, because I'm a massive asshole, trying to go deep, up big in the fourth quarter. No! Stop it! That's fine. I don't know. That's something in this game that people do, that the computer does too. Like, if they're not open, like if they run the route, and then if you don't throw the ball, they'll like go to a secondary route. Which sometimes I don't want them to. Sometimes I'm just wasting time, and I want them to stand there. Like that time, Brent Jones just, as soon as I locked into him, he started running away again. JJ Stokes is open again. That's just too easy.
Touchdown.
Should probably cover him, guys. Just a word of advice. 44-yard untouchdown catch. Steve Young to JJ Stokes. Known as this game as wide receiver Niners. And that's 35-9. 49ers on a roll here. Looking towards the playoffs. Rocket Ishmael.
Round 52. Round 52.
Vikings motion to a no-back offense. And Warren Moon is taken down at the 6-yard line. That's Williams' second sack of the day.
Blue 48.
See, you can't sneak through those holes in the line like you could in the other ones. It's not as easy. It makes rushing the quarterback much harder in this game than the other ones.
Blue 48.
At least with the linebackers. Gets the ball off quick. 16-yard gain, short of the first down. They're going to go for it, though.
Ready. Set.
Will they run the ball and try to get the first down, or are they going to throw? Let's see. They drop back to pass. Uh-oh. Get him. He's taken down. Turnover on downs. Gary Plummer with the sack. Now, usually I would always throw the ball here, but let's try running it for once. Picks up 4 yards. Gotta run the ball once in a while, right? Just to see what it's like.
48.
Steve Young, can he get there? Does it
Touchdown.
himself. He hasn't found the end zone rushing in a while. He deserves a 15-yard rushing touchdown. Had those stats for the MVP votes. Kick is up. And it's another blowout. 42-9. 49ers up on the Vikings. Kick to the Rocket. Catches it at the 2. Brought down at the 17.
Round 52. Round 52.
Vikings shoot. Nope. Oh. Takes off at the run, though. And that's the game. Oh, that's going to put him over 100 yards rushing. Because what would it be if my opponent didn't have at least 100 yards rushing on me? 49ers win 42-9. This one was never very close, was it? Actually put up 105 rushing yards in this game. That's not bad. Only 235 yards passing for a total of 340 yards. Actually led time of possession. Has anyone ever made a football game where you get into fistfights like hockey? Probably the closest to that is Mutant League Football, which used the Madden engine. The old Madden engine, like the mid-90s Madden engine. And I don't think there were fights like hockey, but I think you can somehow, like, I know you could, like, kill your opponent, basically. Like, in that game, you could, like, blow, like, you didn't have injured reserves. Basically, you literally murdered players with, like, either hard hits. I think you could also put, like, mines on the field. I should probably play that game at some point. It's a pretty fun game. It's called Mutant League Football. You can look into it. Reed with 103 yards receiving. Smith with 115 yards rushing. Warren Moon with only 45% completion percentage. J.J. Stokes, though, 102 yards on 2 catches. Jerry Rice, not on the leaderboard. Even though I'm pretty sure he had a pretty good game. He had at least a touchdown catch. He might have had a rushing touchdown, too, I think. All right, and that will end Week 16. We are on to Week 17. Let me hit the save button. Save game position. And we're going to check out the NFL leaders before we go. Passing, Steve Young, 4,041 yards. Doesn't have the most yards, but 52 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. How about yards per attempt? Yeah, it leads the league in yards per attempt with 20.1. Almost double Jeff George from Atlanta. Touchdown passes, no one's even close to me. 52 touchdown passes. Marino's in second with 34. Receiving, Ben Coates with 93 catches, 7 touchdowns. But what am I looking at? Touchdowns. The top 3 receivers, receiving touchdown leaders are all 49ers. Rice, William Floyd, and J.J. Stokes. 21, 17, and 11 respectively. Rushing. So Mutant League Football is the next playthrough? Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Emmitt Smith, 1,600 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns. He leads the league. Who leads the league in rushing touchdowns, though? Of course, it's Jerry Rice, the wide receiver, with 16 rushing touchdowns. He leads the league in both receiving and rushing touchdowns. Let's see if I can keep that going. So obviously, he's going to lead the league in scoring. He has a 15 touchdown lead over his teammate, William Floyd, who has 22 touchdowns. Barr the kicker is next up in points. He has 129 points. See, this is actually accurate, because usually the kickers lead the league in, is that better or worse than your quarterback leading rushing? I would say it's worse. Because your quarterback, you know, it's easy to scramble them. For your wide receiver to have that many touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, is even crazier. But you notice how all the leading scorers are kickers? That's actually how it works in real life. But in Tecmo Bowl, usually the position players lead the league in scoring. But because I've broken the game, the top 2 scorers are my teammates, and then you have a bunch of kickers. With Allen from Washington. Is that Marcus Allen? I didn't know Marcus Allen played for Washington. Or am I just making, or is that maybe just another Allen that I don't know about? Sacks, we'll check out sacks. 16 sacks for Randall, Thomas, Young in 3rd with 14. Williams also in 5th with 11, so that's good. Let's check for kick returns. Lavelle does lead the league with 21.1 per return and a touchdown. Does anyone else have a touchdown? No. I'm the only person with a kick return touchdown in the entire league. Are there more field goals than I think? Yes. Yes, that's why. Yeah, usually it's from field goals. Alright, so that's Tecmo Bowl for the week. Let's check the standings real quick. NFC West, of course, we are 15-0. We are undefeated. And we have clinched the division a while ago. But I'm pretty sure now we have home field advantage. We've had that probably a while ago, too. In the Central, we got a close race here between the Lions and the Buccaneers. Chicago with only 1 game behind, so they have a shot. I don't know what the tiebreakers are. Washington has a 1-game lead over Dallas. The Giants are out. This should make the wild card interesting, though. You got 2 teams at 7-7-1 in the West. One of those teams here at 9-6 is probably going to make it in. The 8-7 Chicago Bears might have a chance to make it in. Or it could be the Giants or Dallas. So we got some playoff scenarios here that could. A lot of teams still left in it. In the AFC here in the AFC West, that's a very close race. We got 2 teams at 9-6, 2 teams at 8-7, and in the Central, another close race. Pittsburgh with a 1-game lead over the Browns, and in the East, Miami, of course, is clinched. New England with 9-6, that might be enough to get them into the playoffs. Right now, they hold the 3rd wild card spot, I think, if I'm looking at this correctly. But we'll find out next week when we finish the regular season. Dad, thanks for hanging out, talking some Tecmo Super Bowl III. Good times. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, for some more Super Mario Odyssey. We missed out on that stream yesterday, so I might be on a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm going to try to get on at 8 o'clock, so set your alarms. Always turn on those notifications. And until next time, we'll see you.